It's getting bloody out there, guys, but crypto is holding its own. The market continues to move sideways. Bitcoin currently at 5,244. So it did not follow the continual downward spiral that the stock market saw yesterday, dropping 3,000 points. And the Fed continues to print money and looking at different stimulus package and how they can prop up the stock market. But right now consumers don't care about necessarily investing or buying or shopping, right? And they have to look at alternatives here. So one of the things that we heard from Trump and Mnuchin today was that they're going to look at $1 trillion stimulus package, and it's going to be in the form of sending checks to Americans, right, to get them to spend. And this is interesting, guys, because it could be around the $1,000 mark. I'm assuming it is, but it could be higher or lower. But there's no definitive answer or plan yet. But they're talking about it and saying that this could be coming soon. So a lot of money being printed. We talked about it in yesterday's video, and it's not good. It's gonna drive inflation up, and future generations are going to pay for it. But unfortunately, this is a system we're in, and hopefully we can make changes based out of this situation, because it's not the virus, right? The virus was just the pin that popped the already existing bubble, which was the stock market and the economy that was over leveraged, guys. So there's deep-seated roots and problems here that needs to be fixed. The virus is just a catalyst that came and popped the bubble. So let's see what happens. But that prompted me to put out this poll, guys. Would you buy crypto with the $1,000 stimulus check from the U.S. government? Now, I know I'm asking crypto people here, so the majority are going to say yes, but I still wanted to do this, get a sense of what people would do. 75.4% said yes, 16% said no, 8.6% said maybe. So this is out of 487 votes. So what would you guys do if you live in the United States? Would you spend that check coming from the US government towards crypto? We'd love to hear your answer. Leave them below. Now, there's many folks who are in crypto who recognize the problem of inflation, fiat currencies, and so forth, and what the Fed continues to do. And Tim Draper, well-known investor, very bullish in crypto, says Bitcoin, not governments, will save the world after the crisis. And let's hope so. Let's hope that crypto is the answer, because we see the central banks around the globe are going or starting to build a CBDCs, centralized. Oh my goodness. Central bank digital currencies. I almost couldn't say that, which is, of course, a digital format of the fiat currencies. And if they leverage blockchain, it would help reduce and keep accountability, right? You can't just keep printing and printing and printing. This is not going to go anywhere. So let's see if that's certainly the answer. We'll have to see. I hope it is, that leveraging the blockchain technology, that we can have more accountability and more hard money here. Some interesting news, guys. Binance and Wazir India announced $50 million USD blockchain fund for India fund to foster the growth of Indian startup ecosystem. This is excellent news, and I'm glad Binance is on board here. And remember, India just unbanned crypto banking services, financial services to crypto exchanges and startups. So we're seeing the governments around the globe are making their updates and putting in the proper regulations and so forth. And one news we also heard out of Africa, specifically Zimbabwe's central bank, takes a U-turn to regulate crypto now. So we're seeing a global movement, guys. That's what makes me so excited about this market. That's why I'm not worried about the virus right now. I'm not worried about the prices right now, because the infrastructure is being built for the maturation of this new asset class. I'm here early along with you guys, accumulating at the low prices. So the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe is set to regulate cryptocurrencies. Back in 2018, the central bank banned local banks from processing payments for cryptocurrencies. Zimbabwe is now on the verge of a deep humanitarian economic crisis, according to an International Monetary Fund. So the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, the country's central bank, is set to regulate cryptocurrencies after banning the local banks from processing crypto. So notice the unbanning trend. India and then Zimbabwe, and then you saw South Korea release their full clear-cut regulations, right? So this is a great sign, guys. And notice the IMF is involved, and the IMF, they are certainly see the value of cryptocurrency. If you guys recall, Christine Lagarde, who's now at the ECB, when she was there, she talked about Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP, and we know Ripple's working with the IMF. So I think they all see the writing on the wall, and they're pushing IMS pushing different countries to move to CBDCs. That is the future, guys, and that's going to validate this market and build into more interoperability with cryptocurrencies. Now, speaking of adoption, Opera, the browser, now lets U.S. users buy Bitcoin and Ether via Apple Pay. So continued integration here, which is great, making it easier for people to buy, sell, hold, and transact with crypto. Opera now allows U.S. users to buy Bitcoin and Ether via Apple Pay and debit cards. The browser maker has partnered with payments firm Wire, W-Y-R-E, for the new service. Charles Hamill, head of crypto at Opera, told the Block that Wire's support for Apple's Pay is a huge plus for iOS users. So, guys, I know it's sometimes distracting to see the price go down and so forth, but these are the items you got to look at that people are still building and investing and expanding and doing what they have to do to set up shop, regardless of the price, because you can't have tunnel vision with the price right now. You have to look at the lifetime of the market, what's coming, right? The future. This is the same for the .com boom when, at one point Google was a startup, right? At one point Amazon and Netflix and so forth are startups. And then they came to maturation and became very successful companies because they had their infrastructure set up. They had their services set up. They had their go-to-market products and everything ready. And if you were to make the analogy or mirror that to crypto, there's a lot of crypto projects and different things that are being built, and there's still upgrades that are needed. There's still different infrastructure items. There's still more partners and onboarding customers and clients. You guys understand this if you understand business, right? It just takes time. Coinbase Visa debit card can now be linked with Google Pay to spend crypto. See what I'm talking about, guys? And speaking of spending crypto, yesterday's video I talked about Backed. They just completed their Series B $300 million funding. So they're ready to roll out their app come this summer. You obviously partner with Starbucks. So big things are ahead. You got to look past this virus and craziness that's happening now. So Coinbase Card now works with Google Play. It allows users to spend their crypto in the safest possible way. The new option is currently live in 14 European countries. So this is really great, guys. More adoption, more on-ramps, more infrastructure being built. Now, this is interesting, and I've interviewed the co-founder of BlockFi on my YouTube channel. Definitely check out my interviews playlist. They have raised deposit rates as Bitcoin crash juices loan demand. This is interesting. An increase in borrower demand is driving crypto lender BlockFi to raise interest rates for Bitcoin and Ethereum deposits on April 1st, said CEO Zach Prince. And they saw a 10x increase on trading side of the house and a surge in loan demand from its two largest client pools, market makers and proprietary trading firms. So institutional borrowing across all assets made up for a decrease in retail US dollar borrowing, and BlockFi saw a record number of transactions as traders took advantage of arbitrage opportunities. So there are people trying to make money off of this and the volatility, of course. Now, guys, Swedish central bank bids to host BIS hub for digital currency research. See what I'm talking about, man? You got banks, governments, financial conglomerates, and giants all getting involved. So Sweden's Riksbank says its digital currency researchers are the best in central banking. Interesting. That lofty claim comes in the Riksbank's March 3rd bid to host a Bank for International Settlements (BIS) Innovation Hub, an initiative by the Bank of Central Banks that wants to scatter the world with local financial innovation policy clearinghouses. So we know they're all working on their CBDCs and all that. They're doing their research, guys. It's just a matter of time, right? The dialogue's happening. Finally, Gemini's nifty gateway bets on celebs to drive interest in crypto collectibles. So the Bitcoin billionaire twins, Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss of the Gemini crypto exchange, now also have a regulated fiat marketplace for non-fungible tokens, NFTs. This is like another branch off of crypto. This is interesting, guys. Gemini first acquired Nifty Gateway in 2019 with Tyler Winklevoss saying in a statement, "We believe that both real world and digital collectibles will migrate onto blockchains in form of Nifties." Agreed with that. And there's also, we see the migration of assets into a tokenized format, right? Tokenized securities and so forth, and real estate and different things. So everything will be in on the blockchain, guys, we're headed to the token economy, and as I've stated many times on this channel, you're going to see so many different things getting tokenized. So this is another like aspect of tokenization that's taking place. So guys, what do you think about this news? Like I said, would you spend that $1,000 or less or more on crypto if you live in the United States? I might. It all depends. Just we'll have to see when the checks come out and what's happening at that time in the market and in the economy. But certainly crazy times we're living in, and I'm looking to crypto here as more stability, as weird as that may sound, because it's a very volatile asset. But when you see the printing press that's taking place here, I mean, my goodness, right? And oil, stock market, everything's taking a hit. So guys, what do you think? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please share it if you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later.